Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will see power of I, identities of complex numbers and the modulus and the conjugate of complex numbers. We will see these three topics. In my previous video, we have seen about topic. If you haven't watched that, there is a link in the description box below. You can check that out. So now let's see power of I. We know what is I. I is equal to root minus 1. What is I square? Squaring both the sides. When you square here, square root and square will get cancelled. We are left with minus 1. So therefore I square is minus 1. What is I power 3? So this I power 3 you can write as I square into I power 1. So this will give you I power 3, right? So here I square is minus 1 into I power 1 is I. So therefore this will be minus I. So I power 3 is minus I. Now let's see what is I power 4. So I power 4 you can write as I square into I square. So here I square is minus 1 into I square is minus 1, which is equal to minus into minus is plus, 1 into 1 is 1. So therefore I power 4 is plus 1. So here if you know these four values of I, that is I is equal to root minus 1, I square is minus 1, I cube is minus I power 4 is plus 1, then you can find the value of any integral power of I. Here integral power means I with any integer power. So integer includes 0, positive and negative numbers. So I with any integer power you can find the value, but I with decimal powers you cannot determine the value. So therefore I with integer power, you can find the value of I with integer power if you know these four values of I. We will see how to find that. For that you will use Euclid's division lemma. So let's take this integer as A. So A is an integer. Alright. So now you have to divide this A by 4. So when you divide that integer by 4, what can be the remainder? Either it should be 0, 1, 2 or 3. When you divide by 4, it cannot be 4. So in Euclid's division lemma we know how to write this integer. You can write integer A is equal to 4 into quotient. Here quotient, let's take Q plus remainder. So this is equal to A, right? This we have seen in 10th standard. Let me give an example. You will understand better. So here A is equal to 9. So when you divide this 9 by 4, so 4 2s are 8, 1 is a remainder. Here Q is nothing but quotient. So now how you can write this 9? So 9 is equal to 4 into 2 plus 1. Agreed? 4 2s are 8 plus 1 will give you 9, right? So this is what is Euclid's division lemma, right? So in this case the remainder is 1. So when you divide by 4, what are the chances of getting remainders? Only 0, 1, 2, 3. Only these 4 chances are there, right? When the number is completely divisible by 4, then the remainder is 0. So if it is 1 more than the completely divisible number, then the remainder will be 1. If it is 2 more than the completely divisible number, then the remainder will be 2. If that number is 3 more than completely divisible by 4 number, then that remainder will be 3. When it is exactly divisible by 4, that means the remainder is 0, right? So here I power 9, you can write this as I power 9, you can write as 4 into 2 plus 1, right? Which is equal to I power this 4 into 2. This is nothing but I power 4. Agreed? So I power plus 1 you can write as I power 1, which is equal to, we know I power 4. I power 4 is plus 1. So 1 square this 2 into I power 1 is I. So therefore 1 square is 1. 1 into I is I. So therefore the value of I power 9 is I. So here in general we can say I power 4 into something. If you take this as K or Q, in this case we have taken Q, right? So I power 4Q. So you can take I power 4Q is equal to 1. So we know I power 4 is plus 1. So 1 power any number will give you 1, right? So in general we can say I power 4 into q is equal to 1. Let me give another example. Let me erase this part. Let's take this as example 1 and let me do here second one. So let's take I power minus 39. This is I with integer power, right? Which is equal to, you can write this as 1 by I power plus 39, which is equal to 1 by, here 39, integer is 39. So let's divide this 39 by 4. So 4 9s are 36. What is the remainder? 3, right? So how you can write this integer 39 is equal to 4 into 9, that is your quotient, plus 3. So 4 9s are 32, 32 plus 3 is 39, right? So what you can write I power 39 as? So I power 4 into 9 plus 3, which is equal to 1 by I power 4 into 9 power 9 into I plus 3, you can write this as I power 3, right? Which is equal to 1 by I power 4 is 1, so 1 power 9. This is of the form I into 4q, which is nothing but 1. So this you can write as 1 into, what is I cube? So I cube is minus I, so minus I. Let's multiply and divide by I. So when you multiply, you have to divide by I as well, which is equal to, here I by minus into plus is minus, I into I is I square, which is nothing but I by minus, what is I square? I square is minus 1. So minus of minus is plus, which is nothing but plus I, right? So therefore the value of I power minus 39 is plus I. This is how we can find the value of any integral power of I, if you know these 4 values of I. I hope this is clear. Now let's move on to identities. But before that, pause the video and note this down. So now let's see some of the identities of complex numbers. Identities means some standard formulas. Here you don't have to prove these formulas. You just have to remember these formulas, alright? So we have z1 minus z2 the whole square. z1 and z2. What is z1 and z2? z1 and z2 are complex numbers. So we have z1 minus z2 the whole square is equal to z1 square minus 2 into z1 z2 plus z2 square. So z1 plus z2 the whole cube is equal to z1 cube plus 3 into z1 square z2 plus 3 into z1 z2 square plus z2 cube. Similarly, we have z1 minus z2 whole cube is equal to z1 cube minus 3 into z1 square z2 plus 3 into z1 z2 square minus z2 cube. And also we have z1 square minus z2 square is equal to z1 plus z2 into z1 minus z2. So these identities are enough for your syllabus. You have to remember these formulas, will be useful while doing problems. Alright. Now let's see 2 problems. So here it says express the following in the form of a plus ib. Alright. So we have minus 5i into 1 by 8i. So you have to write in the form of a plus ib. So here when you multiply, this will be minus 5i square by 8, right? Which is equal to minus 5 into, what is I square? We know minus 1 by 8, which is equal to, minus into minus is plus, 5 ones are 5, 5 by 8. So now you have to write this in the form of a plus ib. So here imaginary part is 0. So this you can write as 5 by 8 plus 0i. Agreed? We want in the form of a plus ib. So 0 into I is 0, which gives 5 by 8, right? Let me give 2 more examples, but before that, pause the video and note this down. So we have to express this in the form of a plus ib. So here minus into plus is minus, 2 into I is 2I square, right? So here we have minus the whole cube. So minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus, right? So 1 by 8 cube into I power 3. So this implies minus of minus is plus 2 into I power 2 plus 3 is 5, I power 5 by 8 power 3, right? So this you can write as 2 into I power, we know I power 4 into I power 1 will give you I power 5 by 8 into 8 into 8, so 8 cube. So 2 1s are 2 4s are 8. So we are left with I power 4 is 1, we know I power 4 is 1 into I by 4 into 8, 4 8s are 32, 32 into 8 will give you 256. So 256. So this is nothing but 1 into I is I by 256. Now you have to represent this in the form of A plus IB. What is A here? A is 0, that is the real part is 0, right? Plus I, we have I. What is B? B is 1 by 256, that is the imaginary part, right? So 1 by 256. Now let me give one last example. We have to express 5 minus 3I the whole cube in the form of A plus IB. Alright. So here this is of the form Z1 minus Z2 whole cube. We know Z1 is 5 and Z2 is 3I. 5 is a complex number. This is purely real complex number, right? And this is purely imaginary complex number. Here real part is 0 and here imaginary part is 0. So we know the formula Z1 minus Z2 the whole cube, right? So first we will write the formula Z1 minus Z2 whole cube is equal to Z1 cube minus 3 into Z1 square Z2 plus 3 into Z1 Z2 square minus Z2 cube, right? So let's simply put this formula minus 5 minus 3I the whole cube. So Z1 here is 5, so 5 cube minus 3 into Z1 square, 5 square is 25 into Z2 is 3I, so 3 into I plus 3 into what is Z1? Z1 is 5 into Z2 square, Z2 is 3I, so 3I square, so 3 3s are 9, 9 into what is I square? I square is minus 1, right? You have to take I along with this. So minus what is Z2 cube? Z2 is 3I the whole cube, which is equal to 5 5 is 25, 25 into 5 is 125 minus 3 into 25 is 75. So 75 into 3 will give you 225 into I. So here plus into minus is minus, 9 into 5, 9 5 is 45. So 45 into 3 will give you 135, right? Minus 3 cube, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27. So 27 into what is I cube? We know I cube is minus I. So minus I, which is equal to 125 minus 135. That will give you minus 10, right? So minus 10. So here we have minus 225I. Minus of minus is plus 27I. What is minus 225I plus 27I? That will give you minus 198I, right? So this is already in A plus IB form. A here is minus 10 and B here is minus 198. So I hope this is clear. Now let's move on to last part of this video, that is modulus and conjugate of the complex number. So now let's see the modulus and the conjugate of complex number. First let's see the modulus. So let's take a complex number Z which is equal to A plus IB. So what is modulus? It is denoted by mod Z, which is given by square root of A square plus B square. So A here is the real part of the complex number and B here is the imaginary part of the complex number. So modulus is given by square root of A square plus B square. Now let's see the second part of this. Here conjugate of complex number. So conjugate is denoted by, conjugate is nothing but z bar. It is denoted by z bar, which is nothing but, z here is a plus ib. What is conjugate of z? A minus ib. That is changing the sign of the imaginary part. So z bar is a minus ib. We have to change the sign of the imaginary part. Now if I ask what is the conjugate of z bar? So the conjugate of z bar, that will give you have to change the sign of this. So a plus ib. So therefore we can say conjugate of z bar is z, right? Similarly we can say z1 plus z2 the whole bar is equal to z1 bar plus z2 bar. These both will give you same answer. Similarly we have some more properties. So we have z1 minus z2 the whole bar is equal to z1 bar minus z2 bar, and also we have z1 by z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar by z2 bar, provided z2 is not equal to 0. And also this holds good for multiplication, that is z1 into z2 whole bar is equal to z1 bar into z2 bar. So these are some of the properties of conjugate of a complex number. I hope this is clear. So here let me give one example for the modulus of a complex number. So let's take any complex number, let's say 2 minus 5i. So what is modulus of this complex number? So mod, let's take this as z. So let z is equal to 2 minus 5i. So mod z is equal to 2 square. A here is 2. So 2 square plus b. What is b? Minus 5, right? So minus 5 the whole square, which is equal to 2 square is 4. So minus 5 square. So minus of minus is plus. 5 5 is 25. So plus 25, which will give you root 29. If I ask what is the conjugate of this complex number, simply you have to change the sign of the imaginary part. So therefore the conjugate of this complex number will be 2 plus 5i, right? So now let's move on to problems, but before that pause the video and note this down. So here it says find the multiplicative inverse of 2 minus 3i. So first let's take this as z. So let z is equal to 2 minus 3i. Multiplicative inverse means z inverse. We have to find z inverse. So what is z inverse? We can write this z inverse as 1 by z. So here z is 2 minus 3i, right? So 2 minus 3i. Now you have to multiply and divide by conjugate of this z. So you have to proceed 2 minus 3i by multiply and dividing by conjugate of this z. So 2 plus conjugate of this is 2 plus 3i. So when you multiply you have to divide as well. So 2 plus 3i, right? Which is equal to, we have 2 plus 3i in the numerator by, this is of the form a plus b into a minus b, that is a square minus b square. A here is 2, so 2 square minus b square, so 3i square, right? Which is equal to 2 plus 3i by 2 square is 4. So here 3i square, 3 square is 9, I square is minus 1, so minus of minus is plus, so 3 square is 9. So if you want you can write I square is equal to minus 1, which is equal to 2 plus 3i by 9 plus 4 is 13. So here real part is 2 by 13 plus imaginary part is 3 by 13 into I. So this you can also solve by using formula. Let me do here. So formula is to find, in order to find the multiplicative inverse, we have formula, that is z inverse is equal to conjugate of z by mod of z square. So in this case we have, what is conjugate of z? So z is 2 minus 3i, so conjugate of z is 2 plus 3i, that is changing the sign of imaginary part, right? By mod of z square. We know mod z is equal to square root of a square plus b square. what is this square? So squaring both the sides, square root and square will get cancelled. We are left with a square plus b square, right? So what is a? A here is 2, so 2 square is 4, plus what is b square? B here is minus 3, so b square is minus of minus is plus, 3 square is 9, right? This will give you 13. So your mod z square is 13. So this you can write as, here real part is 2 by 13 plus 3 by 13i. So both the cases you will get the same answer. You can go for any of the method. So this is the formula to find multiplicative inverse. Let me give one last problem, but before that pause the video and note this down. So here you have to express this in the form of a plus ib. So we have 5 plus root 2i by 1 minus root 2i. So here you have to proceed by multiply and dividing the conjugate of denominator. So we have, this implies 5 plus root 2i by 1 minus root 2i multiply with 1 plus root 2i. This is a conjugate of denominator, right? When you multiply you have to divide as well. So 1 plus root 2i. So this is equal to, in the numerator we have 5 plus root 2i into 1 plus root 2i. In the denominator is of the form a plus b, a minus b. So a square minus b square, a square minus b square. B here is root 2i whole square, which is equal to, now multiply this. So 5 into 1 is 5, 5 into root 2i is 5 root 2i, plus into plus is plus, root 2i into 1 is root 2i, plus into plus is plus, root 2 into root 2 is 2, I into I is I square. So 2 into I square, or instead you can write I square. We know I square is equal to minus 1, right? By 1 square is 1 minus root 2 the whole square. So root 2 into root 2 is 2, 2 into I square is minus 1. We know root 2 into root 2 is equal to 2, and we also know I square is equal to minus 1, which is equal to 5 plus into minus is minus. For 5 minus 2 is 3, right? Plus 5 plus 1 is 6, so 6 root 2i by 1 minus of minus is plus, so 1 plus 2 answer 2, so 1 plus 2 is 3. Here if you see 3 is common, so 1 plus 3 2s are 6 root 2i by 3, so 3 and 3 is gone. We are left with 1 plus 2 root 2i. This is of the form a plus ib, right? A is 1 and b is 2 root 2. So I hope this is clear. So this is it in this video. If you want me to solve some more problems under this topic, do let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to do so. See you soon. Till then, take care. Almighty bless.